Today we have this Dell laptop and we're going to crack into it to see how much gold is inside. So if you do enough of these laptops, you're going to realize that not all laptops are created equal. That's right, the older laptops they are, the better the chance they have to have a removable CPU. But right off the bat, this guy is going to have a removable battery. They're lithium ion. I don't muck around with them inside of this small shop, but there will be some gold to be had in those guys, and I know people resell them. But if you guys get down on this guy here, you're going to see the corresponding gold pins. That's right, they're there. They're nice. They exist. And they're actually pretty thick. But if you do enough of these laptops, you're going to realize that there are going to be screws everywhere. Now with those out of the way, you can start to get to the good stuff. That's right, you're going to see the RAM sticks down here. And if you just pop them guys off, they're going to be a nice specimen for our gold. They're not even going to be but 1 gig maybe. But we'll take a look at them and we'll find out. Guy, that's right, a lot of times you don't find hard drives in with these. But hey, check that guy out. We're going to have to take this guy apart and see what goodies there are going to be on the other side of that guy, because there's always tons of goodies. And I haven't taken one of these particular guys apart, but we're going to give her a go here. Most people, if you're scrapping it out, you don't care if it breaks. It's going to be some plastic, but there's going to be a little board, and this is how you're going to get the screws to get this screen off of there. But before you do that, there's going to be a screw right here, and it's going to hold in the keyboard. And a lot of your newer laptops, they won't actually be able to come out like this. You'll have to take the plastic shroud out around them. But these older guys, you'd actually be able to grab them, and you should be able to pop them right up. There's going to be a ribbon cable underneath of there holding that guy in there onto the board. And if you were delicate about it, you would take your time. But again, this doesn't show any gold on there. This guy's going to look like it's actually going to be more of the silver mylar style that's going to be underneath of this board as well. Alright, so we got the screen loosened up, and you're going to see a board right here, and definitely if you guys get down on this guy here, you're going to see one of them tactile switches. Again, it's going to have some silver, and it has the promise to maybe have some gold in there as well. But there's going to be some LEDs, and these guys again are going to have a little bit of gold in them. I will bet my hat. But okay, we're going to get back out, and we're going to just take this screen off, and we're going to look at this in a minute here for sure, because there's still more stuff to be had on there. So now we have the motherboard, and if we get down in there and we check it out and we get to all the goodies that are to be had inside there, again, you're going to see one of those batteries, and you're not going to want to deal with that, so you get that guy out of there. You collect them up, and you put them wherever you need to put them in order to recycle them or whatever you're going to do. But again, right off the bat, you're going to see some gold plating right there in the battery connectors, and you're going to see some tantalum style capacitors and other things. And we're going to get a better look at this, because I'm willing to bet that this guy is going to be a removable CPU. I'm just hoping it is, because they are a lot better. And again, you're going to have either that Wi-Fi card or whatever. I know a lot of people would just clip the ends of the wires, but hey, if you save those ends, those little guys are going to add up. So why don't we get this board and all the other components off of here and see what we got going. Alright, so everybody asks me how I get the little brass tidbits out of these guys here. So honestly, it's pretty simple. I didn't think about it until I thought about it, but if you just take a screw and you put it back into that brass little nugget right there, you screw that guy in there, you take your pliers of choice here, and you just go and you pull that guy out. Let's see if it'll work. I used the other pliers last time, but you just grab the guy there and you pull him out, and there's your brassy nugget right there. That's right, there it is on the screw, all to be had for free. And you unscrew that guy, and I know everybody's gonna say, well, Scrooge, how do you know it's brass? Well, I tell you guys what, if you just go take your handy dandy magnet that you have laying around, and if it doesn't stick, then that's brass, along with these other brass risers that you guys are gonna find as well. So I tell you what, there's hidden value in the brass and the plastic, so don't pass those guys up. And now normally this would be done, we'd pull the brass out and this would be steel. But hey, I tell you guys what, that is stainless steel. I don't think it's going to be aluminum. It has a look of stainless steel. So we're going to take that off the plastic, and though unfortunately there's not much you can do with the speakers, you can throw them into your shred steel if you feel so inclined. But we would normally just leave this and throw it in with our shred because it's mostly metal. But I tell you what, today we are going to remove that. Alright, so now we are back to the screen. That's right, we have it here. This is going to be some stainless steel. That's super nice. That's regular steel. You can see it sticks to it, but we're still going to get all the brassy goodness out of there. But what we're more interested in is going to be that trackpad for that mouse right there. So if we get in there, it's going to be a couple screws and it should be pretty easy. We'll take these guys out because a lot of the times there's going to be plating in gold. Some of the newer models will have just a plate of copper in there and it's a bit of a bummer, but I tell you what, the older ones should have at least a pretty nice little trackpad in there. So let's see, there's usually a little finagling to get these guys out. I don't really know. Those are going to be the buttons, and let's see. So, yeah, that's plastic. Those are going to be some buttons, and again, I just kind of messed it up, but that's okay. So, all right, so you're going to take all this plastic and stuff off of here, and it should pull off with just a flat blade screwdriver. Pretty simple. All right, so we started cracking the guy open and it comes off pretty easy, but you can already see the reflection of gold on that guy. It's pretty shiny. It's going to be Enig gold. It's going to be really, really thin flashing, but I'm willing to bet if we peel the corner of this guy, we're going to see some secrets as well. So we're going to take a look at that guy at the end with all the other material. So now we're onto the screen. I'm going to spare you of staring at my bright lights that I have so you guys can see everything. All right, so we're just gonna give this corner a pull. Sometimes the screws don't always wanna come out, and I know a lot of people will say, hey, don't forget that webcam, but guess what? This guy doesn't have a webcam. It is that old that it does not have a built-in webcam. All right, so we got the screen loosened up here, and there's gonna be some wires for sure in the back of there. But hey, yeah, absolutely, look in the back of there. I normally don't take a lot of these apart, but hey, we're gonna get that do not touch on there. It tells me do not touch. I can't help myself. I'm gonna peel this guy off of there. All right, so we got the board out of the screen, and it's a very nice looking board. We will definitely look at that more. So the screen, I know there's going to be some gold at the end of these ribbon cables, or the COFs. These are called chips on film, COF, and I know there's going to be a little bit more material in there, but for right now, for all intent and purposes, this thing is completely scrapped out for any of you guys. And as far as this wire goes, this is just going to go in my wire bin. You just either get as much as you can off of there. For the video's sake, we will get it all off at the end, but yeah, you just take that off, and then if this is going to be stainless steel like it is, then you're not going to want to get rid of that either. If you think it's aluminum, go ahead and hit it with your grinder and it'll spark, and that will be stainless steel. If it's aluminum, it will not spark, but in my experience, this is going to be stainless steel. All right, so what did we get from that laptop? Well, I tell you what, first off the bat, you're gonna have some stainless steel. Why do I say this is stainless steel? Well, first off, you see a really high strength magnet, and it's not really strong of a stick, because if you have regular steel, it sure will make it jump out of your hand, but this stainless steel isn't gonna have that much of a stick. Sure, it will stick and hang there, but it's not going to. And we're gonna have some number 2 wire for sure. You find that in all your electronics. It's there. I cut the ends off. We definitely don't wanna pass that up, and in fact, I seen an end I have missed there. And why do we cut those ends off? Because look at that, there is going to be some free gold inside of there for sure. So we got to make sure we nip-a-do that guy off of there, and we do not leave him behind. So there's going to be our copper number 2 wire. You're going to see some more pieces right here, and this guy is a little switch, so again, he's going to have a little bit of gold inside of there. What else do we have? Well, we got the motherboard for sure. Everybody's going to want to see the motherboard, and we have it right here. It's super nice. And we got the backboard for the monitor section of it, and this is going to have some gold as well. We also have the carriage. This guy has some gold pins in it, I'm willing to bet, because you were able to slide a card down in there, and if you look in there, it is for sure going to have some gold pins. So if you keep going, you're going to have your fan. You snap all them off, and it's going to be a little bit of copper. But for all you scrapper guys, that is a super nice piece of copper. It's attached to a little bit of cast aluminum right here. We'll get this guy cleaned off, and you're going to have aluminum copper radiator. If you snap this guy right here, they'll give you aluminum copper radiator. But I tell you what, if you guys heat this up with your torch, it'll slide right off of there. Same with this guy here, and then you'll have some really nice copper, and you'll have some really nice cast aluminum. Take the steel screws out, bang, bang, boom, you're done. You're again going to have some random boards, like this is the power board for the monitor portion of the laptop. It's right there. It's not without its secrets. It has some nifty stuff to be had inside there, and you're going to have that there. It's going to have some tactile switches, and you're going to have your Wi-Fi card as well, and that guy is going to have some gold. They're all going to have their different sorts and grades, and you're going to have your DV-ROM right here, your DVD-ROM, and whatever you guys do with that is your business. You're going to have your hard drive right here, and you're going to have a few more memory sticks. So I tell you guys what, was it worth taking taking it apart. If you guys are going to sell it like this online, absolutely go ahead, you do you, boo-boo. But I tell you guys what, if you want to see how I break this down even further to get my free gold, head over and check out that video right there. For all you guys that enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you all next time. For my wife, I love you, and for my kids, go wash your face.